Hey guys, so today I'm going to do a Hamilton Tiger-Cats 2017 season preview. I wasn't planning on doing this video, but I thought why not. So basically I'm just going to tell you like what's been happening over the summer with the Tiger-Cats, like their schedule and everything. So yeah, just a heads up, they signed a lot of like new players, so I'm going to be talking a lot about that. So the Tiger-Cats announced that the football club has signed international defensive end John Chick to a contract extension through the 2018 CFL season. I honestly like John Chick. He's a really good, like, what's it called? He's good to like sack. Like he's good at sacking. John's performance last season proved that he is still an elite and an impactful player in this league, said Tiger-Cats Vice President of Football Operations and head coach Kent Austin. His professionalism, intensity level, and the way he prepares himself on a daily basis, both mentally and physically, is infectious to our locker room. We're very excited to have a player of his caliber locked up through 2018. So as I said, I do like him. Like he's a pretty good player. I don't know what else to say about him, but yeah, he's a good player. So I'm glad that we're still gonna have him. So he's 34 years old, so Chick, 34, started all 18 regular season games and the Eastern semifinal for the Tiger-Cats in 2016, and was named a CFL All-Star and Hamilton's most outstanding defensive player in his first year with the team. See, that's why I like him. He's really good. The 6'4", 253-pound product of Utah State finished the season tied for second in CFL sacks. Like I said, there you go, CFL sacks, with 14, and tied for third in forced fumbles, 4, while adding 40 defensive tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 2 fumble recoveries, and 5 pass knockdowns. So he's a really good player. I like him a lot. I'm glad we're going to keep him. I remember he was on Saskatchewan, but now he's on Hamilton, so yes. So yeah, he's a really good player, and I'm glad that he's coming back. So in 7 CFL seasons with the Saskatchewan Roughriders, 2007, 2009, 2013, no, 2007 to 2009, and 2013 to 2015, and the Tiger-Cats 2016, Chick has registered 210 defensive tackles, 67 quarterback sacks, 24 tackles for a loss, 1 interception, 14 forced fumbles, and 8 fumble recoveries in 109 career games. That's amazing. The native of Gillette, Wyoming, is a 3-time CFL All-Star, previously earning the honors with the Rough Riders in 2009 and 2014. He is also a 2-time Grey Cup champion 2007, 2013, and was named the CFL's most outstanding defensive player in 2009. So once again, I'm really glad that we're going to have him to 2018. I really hope the Cats can get something going this year, so yeah. So the Tiger-Cats announced also that the football club has signed international free agent wide receivers Jalen Saunders and Gavin Lutman. So Saunders is 24, and he appeared in 9 total National Football League games in 2014, with both the New York Jets and New Orleans Saints, posting 1 reception for 18 yards, 15 punt returns for 125 yards, 8.3 average, and 3 kickoff returns for 139 yards, 46.3 average. The 5'9", 165-pound native of Stockton, California, ran a 4.44 second 40-yard dash at the 2014 NFL Scouting Combine and was selected by the Jets in the 4th round, 104th overall in the 2014 NFL Draft. He also spent time with the Arizona Cardinals, Seattle Seahawks, New England Patriots, and Chicago Bears during his 3-year NFL career. So obviously I don't know these new players that are coming, but I hope they're good. And I'm going to try to... There. So yeah, I think hopefully these players that the Tiger-Cats signed are good. And let's hope that with these new players we can get further than last year, which we only made it to the Eastern semifinal, where we lost 24-21. So Saunders played at both Fresno State 2010, 2011, and the University of Oklahoma 2012, 2013 at the collegiate level, recording 203 receptions for 3,885 yards and 26 touchdowns, while adding 32 carries for 301 rushing yards. He also registered 33 kick returns for 798 yards, 24.2 average, and 31 punt returns for 465 yards, 15 yards average, with 3 touchdowns. And now the other guy, Gavin Lutman, He's 26. He served 4 weeks on the Tiger Cats practice roster late last season. The 6'2", 211-pound native of Peculiar, Missouri, spent time with the NFL's Minnesota Vikings and Tennessee Titans during the 2015 season, but did not play. Prior to turning pro, Lutman played 45 games, starting 32 times at Pittsburgh State University 2010 to 2014, where he hauled in 130 receptions for 2,068 yards and 18 touchdowns. Not bad. 3 players announced retirement, including offensive lineman Olsen. So, the Tiger Cats announced also that the football club has assigned 5 international free agents, including place kickers Sergio Castillo, was he not on the Montreal Alouettes? Ryan Hawkins, Craig Peterson, quarterback Cody Keith, and offensive lineman Palmer White. Of course, I don't know any of these players, but I hope they're good. So, Castillo, 26, has appeared in 6 CFL games over the last 2 seasons with the Winnipeg Blue Bombers 2015 and Ottawa Redblacks 2016, converting 10 of his 13 field goal attempts, 76.9%, and averaging 44.6 yards per punt on 21 attempts. He spent time on the Tiger Cats practice roster in 2015 before joining the Blue Bombers. In 2014, Castillo attended training camp with the National Football League's Atlanta Falcons and kicked 2 field goals in a preseason game. The 5'11", 100-pound native of La Loya, Texas, played 4 seasons at West Texas A&M, where he connected on 78% of his field goal attempts and set both a school and Lone Star Conference record with 662 career field goals. He also won the Fred Mitchell Award given to the nation's top kicker in 2013 and set a single season school record with 38 field goals in 2012. Next, Hawkins, 22, attended minicamp with the NFL's New York Jets and also spent time on the Toronto Argonauts practice roster in 2016. The 5'11", 185-pound native of Peoria, Arizona, played 4 years at Northern Arizona University, making 24 of his 29 field goal attempts, 82.8%, not bad, and punting 73 times for an average of 47.7 yards. Next, Peterson is 31, spent the last 2 seasons in the Arena Football League with the Tampa Bay Storm. Overall, the 6'3", 220-pound native of Burnt Hills, New York, converted 6 of 7 field goals and 100 of his 121 PAT attempts. He also attended training camp with the Ottawa Redblacks in 2014 after graduating from State University, stop fucking stuttering, of New York at Cortland. Next, Keith, who is 25, played in 11 games at New Mexico Highlands University in 2016, completing 182 of his 369 pass attempts, 49.3%, for 1,981 yards, 9 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. The 6'4", 205-pound native of Charlotte, North Carolina, missed the entire 2014 season due to Tommy John surgery. Prior to that, he registered 7 pass completions on 11 attempts for 57 yards in 3 games for the East Carolina Pirates in 2013. The last player, White, 22, played in 31 games, starting 29 times, mostly at left tackle over 4 seasons, 2013 to 2016, at Chadron State College. The 6'5", 290-pound native of Denver, Colorado, was named to the Omaha World Herald's All-Nebraska Division II honorable mention list that following his senior season. He also received a minicamp invite with the National Football League's Atlanta Falcons in May. So that's that. So the Tiger Cats also announced a series of other transactions on Sunday. I don't know what Sunday this was. So the following players have retired. So INTOL Jake Olson, INTRB Jeremy Stewart, NAT wide receiver Matt Urin. The following player has been released. NAT DB Tyler Story. I've never heard of him in my life. So more players have been signed here. So the Tiger Cats announced that the football club has signed 4 free agents on defense, including international defensive backs Justin Rogers, V. Angelo Bentley, and Richard Leonard, and national linebacker Marc-Antoine Lauren. So Rogers, 29, played 39 games 8 starts at cornerback in the NFL over 5 seasons with the Buffalo Bills 2011 to 2013, Houston Texans 2013, and Washington Redskins 2014 to 2015, registering 81 combined tackles, 3 interceptions, 14 passes defended, 15 kick returns for 428 yards, 28.5 average, and 3 punt returns for 14 yards, 4.7 average. He was originally selected by the Bills in the 7th round, 206th overall in the 2011 NFL Draft. By the way, at the end of this video, I'm going to talk about the NBA Finals a little bit and the NHL Finals. So the 5'11", 181-pound native of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, played 4 seasons at the University of Richmond from 2007 to 2010 before turning pro, and sits 3rd in school history with 12 career interceptions. In his senior season, he became the Colonial Athletic Association's career leader in playoff and kickoff return yards, 2,561, and ran a 4.45 second 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. So Bentley, 22, served 4 weeks on the Tiger Cats roster late last season. He also signed as an undrafted free agent with the NFL's New England Patriots and attended training camp with the team in 2016. The 5'10", 190-pound native of Cleveland, Ohio, played in 46 career games, 32 starts at the University of Illinois from 2012 to 2015, registering 132 tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions, 11 passes defended, 2 fumble recoveries, and 1 forced fumble. That's crazy, so that's going to be a good guy for us. Bentley also served as the primary kick and punt returner during his tenure at Illinois. He finished as the school's kick return yardage record holder, posting 1,860 yards on 86 returns with 1 touchdown and adding 50 punt returns for 550 yards and an additional touchdown. Bentley is the only player in Illinois history with at least 1 kick return, punt return, interception return, and fumble return for a touchdown. Next, Leonard, 25, signed as an undrafted free agent with the NFL's Houston Texans and attended training camp with the team last season. He appeared in 49 games at Florida International University from 2011 to 2015, compiling 205 total tackles, 6.5 tackles for loss, 37 passes defended, 3 forced fumbles, and 5 fumble recoveries. The 5'9", 189-pound native of Miami, Florida, also returned kicks for the Panthers, finishing his career ranked 2nd all-time in punt returns, 37, punt return at yardage, 577, kick returns, 86, and kick return yardage, 2,158. Next, Lauren, 26, appeared in 19 games for the University of Ottawa from 2012 to 2016, collecting 66.5 total tackles, 3 quarterback sacks, 5 tackles for loss, and 1 forced fumble. The 6'1", 222-pound native of Cantley, Quebec, participated in the 2015 CIS East-West Bowl. More players have been signed. So the Ticats announced Wednesday, again, I don't know which Wednesday this was, that the football club has signed 2 free agents on defense, including international defensive back Heath Lewis and national linebacker Corey Williams. I told you guys they got a lot of new players. So Lewis, 28, spent time on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers practice roster in 2016 after parts of 3 seasons in the National Football League. The 6'1", 190-pound native of Chicago, Illinois, entered the NFL as an undrafted free agent with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2014 before stints with the New York Jets 2014, San Diego Chargers 2015, and Kansas City Chiefs 2016, but never appeared in a game. He also served time on the Calgary Stampeders practice roster in 2015. Jays tied it. Yes, finally. Sorry, they're playing the Yankees right now, and they were down 1-0. So yeah, so prior to turning pro, Lewis played 3 years at the Virginia University of Lynchburg, 2012 to 2014, as a defensive back. In 2014, he became the first player in school history to be invited to play in the Medal of Honor All-Star Game and was also part of the Nationals team at the College All-Star Game. Last player. So Williams, 23, played 30 games over 4 seasons at the University of Toronto, 2013 to 2016, registering 57 tackles, 4.5 quarterback sacks, and 1 forced fumble. The 6'2", 228-pound native of Mississauga, Ontario, appeared at both linebacker and defensive line for the Varsity Blues. So the Tiger Cats also announced the following players have been released: NATDB Tristan Douglin, INTDB Delonte Hollowell, and NATLB Marc-Antoine Lauren. Didn't we just have whatever. Oh look, more free agents have been signed to the Ticats. Okay. So the Ticats announced Thursday that the football club has signed international free agent defensive back Travis Lee. Oh, Yankees had a 2-0 lead. Oh shit. Smoke had a 2-run home run. Yes. I told you that we need a home run, and we got back to business. So, they signed international free agent defensive back Travis Lee. Lee, 26, started 6 regular season games at cornerback. It sounds like quarterback. For the Tiger Cats last season, registering 24 defensive tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, and 3 pass knockdowns. He made a CFL debut on July 7th versus Winnipeg after signing with Hamilton on April 22nd, 2016. The 6-foot, 178-pound native of Atlanta, Georgia, attended the Cleveland Browns rookie minicamp in 2015. Lee began his collegiate career at Tuskegee University 2011 to 2013 before transferring to Miles College. In 2014, he led the SIAC in interceptions, 6, and total passes defended, 11, while adding 30 total tackles, 3 tackles for a loss, a forced fumble, and returned 1 of his interceptions for a touchdown. The Tiger Cats also announced that the following player has been released: INTDB Clayshawn Page. Some of these players I don't even know. I didn't even know we had these players. So, look, more players. The Tiger Cats announced that Saturday that the football club has signed 3 international free agents, including offensive lineman Kona Schwenke and defensive backs Muriel Cooper and Solomon St. Pierre. See, there's so many players. So, Schwenke, 25, spent time in the National Football League as an offensive guard from 2014 to 2016 with 5 teams, including the Kansas City Chiefs, New England Patriots, New York Jets, Oakland Raiders, and Seattle Seahawks. The 6'4", 285-pound native of San Jose, California, played 4 seasons at the University of Notre Dame, 2010 to 2013. As a defensive lineman before converting to the offensive line, he registered 30 career tackles, 1.5 tackles for loss, 1 quarterback sack, and 1 fumble recovery in 31 games, with 9 starts with the Fighting Irish. Next, Cooper, 24. Spent time with the NFL's Washington Redskins in 2016. The 5'11", 192-pound native of Sumter, South Carolina, appeared in 12 games with 11 starts with the something Bulldogs in 2015, registering 30 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, 8 pass breakups, and 1 interception. Prior to his time at the Citadel, Cooper played at South Carolina State University for 4 years, 2011 to 2014, totaling 31 tackles, 1 pass breakup, 1 fumble recovery, and 1 blocked kick. St. Pierre attended NFL minicamps with the Minnesota Vikings and San Diego Chargers in 2016. The 5'11", 178-pound native of Wagner, San Diego, played 4 seasons with the University of Sioux Falls 2012 to 2015, appearing in 41 games with 30 starts and registering 145 tackles with a school record 22 interceptions throughout his career. In addition, St. Pierre posted 518 total kick/punt return yards, which ranks first all-time at USF, and is one of the league and nation's top career totals. The Tiger Cats also announced a series of other transactions on Saturday. The following players have been released: INT wide receiver Gavin Lutman. Did we not just sign him? INT PK Craig Peterson. The following player has been added to the suspended list: INT DB Emmanuel. No, not Emmanuel Davis. I actually know him. I love Emmanuel Davis. He's so good. And frickin' Chad Owens. Okay, last year he was in, for the past few years before last year, he was an Argonaut. And then he said, I've always wanted to be with the black and gold. He spends 1 year with the Ticats and then leaves. Now he's on freaking Saskatchewan. He's a really good player. I loved him, but now I know because he left my team just like that. Like, bitch, you just got to my team. Like, what are you doing? The 2017 schedule. So, the preseason, preseason game A is going to be on June 8th. Today is June 4th. My graduation is in 3 days, and then right after, in between my grad day and my prom day, right in between, is going to be the Ticats playing the Ottawa Redblacks in Ottawa at 7:30 p.m. Then the next preseason games is going to be in Hamilton on June 16th versus the Toronto Argonauts at 7:30 p.m. Now for the regular season schedule. This video is already so long. How long is it? 20 minutes. Oh my, I thought this was going to be 10 minutes long. Okay, so the regular season. Week 1, June 25th at Toronto, playing the Argos at 4 o'clock p.m. Week 2 is a bye week. Week 3, July 8th at the Saskatchewan Roughriders at 10 o'clock p.m. Week 4, July 15th in Hamilton versus the BC Lions at 7:30 p.m. Week 5, July 20th in Hamilton against the Edmonton Eskimos at 7:30 p.m. Week 6 in Calgary, July 29th at 9:30 p.m. Week 7, August 4th at Edmonton Eskimos at 9:30 p.m. Week 8 on August 12th versus the Winnipeg Blue Bombers in Hamilton at 7:30 p.m. Week 9, August 18th versus the Ottawa Redblacks in Hamilton, August 18th at 7:30 p.m. Week 11, September 4th in Hamilton against the Toronto Argonauts, 6:30 p.m. I think that's the Labor Day Classic. Week 12, September 9th in Ottawa playing the Redblacks at 6 o'clock p.m. Week 13, 6 days later, September 15th in Hamilton versus the Roughriders at 7 o'clock p.m. Week 14, September 22nd in BC at 11 o'clock p.m. I've never seen a CFL game ever at 11 o'clock p.m. Never. Thank God that's going to be on a freaking Saturday. So that's that in BC at 11 o'clock against the Lions, September 22nd, and that's Week 14. Week 15 is September 30th in Hamilton versus the Toronto Argonauts at 6:30 p.m. Week 16 is in Winnipeg on October 6th against the Blue Bombers at 8:30 p.m. Week 17 is in Hamilton against the Calgary Stampeders at 7 o'clock p.m. October 13th. Week 18, October 22nd in Montreal, and I think that game's, I didn't even write the time. Whoops. Week 19, October 27th. I didn't even write the frickin', I'm so stupid, like, what the fuck does this even say? So, week 18, I'm going to play in Montreal. Week 20, we're going to play Montreal again, in Hamilton, and then October 27th, week 19, I just tell the time, or I just tell the date, I don't even see the team that we're facing, whatever, I'm stupid. So, with all the new players, I hope that the Cats are able to make it back to the Grey Cup game. Last time they made the Grey Cup game was in 2014. I put 2013, but it's 2014. Last year's record, regular season record, was 7-11, so let's try to make that 11-7, or better yet, just make it 18-0. So they did make the playoffs, and they lost in Hamilton. They lost in the Eastern semifinal 24-21 in Hamilton against the Edmonton Eskimos on November 13th, 2016. So let's make it to the Grey Cup this year. It would be the first time in 3 years. And the last time winning the Grey Cup for the Hamilton Ticats was November 28th, 1999. I forgot who was against. So there's my preview. I hope you liked it. It's basically all people being signed to the Ticats. So as I said, I will talk a little bit about, I'm just going to say, so Golden State and Cleveland play Game 2 in Golden State today. Golden State leads the series 1-0, and I hope the Golden State Warriors can pull this out and take a 2-0 lead and not blow it this time. And then for the Nashville Predators, games 1 and 2 went Pittsburgh's way, and yesterday, fortunately, Nashville was able to get a win, a 5-1 win in Nashville to make the series 2-1 for Pittsburgh. I think Game 4 is going to be tomorrow. Today's Sunday, so I think tomorrow is going to be Game 4. So let's hope that Nashville can tie up the series. They had a nice 5-1 win yesterday. Let's get another big win. I'm definitely going for Nashville because obviously Pittsburgh just took out my team, so yeah. I'm not going to be like depressed if Pittsburgh wins, but I'll be like shit because like we were 1 goal away from kicking Pittsburgh out and then they win the cup. Like no. So yeah, game 2 today. I really hope the Warriors can win. and I hope Nashville can tie the series tomorrow or on Tuesday against Pittsburgh and Nashville in Game 4, and then I hope they can eventually win the series. So I hope you guys liked this video. Again, I did not plan on doing this video, but I did. My next video, I don't know what my next video is going to be, to be honest, because I'm not going to do one for grad. By the way, my sister is going to get me a camera, either a GoPro or like a normal vlogging camera. So I'm going to have an actual camera when I start vlogging eventually. It's going to be like my grad present. So I'll have an actual camera to use, not my freaking cracked phone. So it should be like a lot clearer and everything. And I would take a GoPro, but I mean, I already went to Canada's Wonderland, and I kind of want like a normal camera, not one that just goes on your head, because it's not all like I do crazy stunts that I need a GoPro, right? So I'll probably get a normal camera, a nice Canon camera or something, I don't know. But yeah, that's just an update. Again, I'm graduating in 3 days. In 4 days, the Ticats play their first game of the season, preseason, and then in 5 days is my prom. So those 3 days are going to be pretty intense. Not really the 8th, but June 7th and June 9th is going to be pretty intense. So wish me luck. My next video should be after June 7th, June 8th, or June 9th. It should be, my next video should not be for like another week, unless I do have time to like squeeze something in. But yeah, so I hope you guys like this video. Do not expect me to post for the next week, just because I'll be busy, and I don't know what else to post, because I never really do covers anymore, because I suck at singing. So, you know, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah. Can we aim for 10 likes on this video if I even get 10 views? Can I get 10 likes? That would be appreciated. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. And, yeah. Bye.